getting ready to go live like right now. And that's, I'm gonna put my
I'm almost up here. Give me a second. And the website is we can share the website with people, right?
yes, we can. The website is fully functional.
And will we get as we're out and about? I mean, I met a gentleman the other night, um, you know, sort of like a retired judge, and you know, I want to be able to talk about the different tiers, and I know you talked about it and shared it a little bit. Are the different tiers on the website, or is just the main tier that they sign up for?
It's just right now, it's just the membership tier
Mm-hmm.
because I'll just be 100% real with you. That other tier, I've been told because it's 12 grand, it needs to have personal service, so to speak. We're going to add it in there anyway, but not as it stands because right now it's there just there for you to. I mean, you can sign up, but I don't know many people that just gonna plop
Yeah,
down 12.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and it ain't got nothing. That has nothing to do with how much you're worth. That's just a lot of money for anybody to spend, even if they got $10 million in their account. That's a lot of money for somebody to spend, and I know exactly what they're getting. They can read on the website what they're getting, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of money to spend without having some kind of proof positive that okay, this is how this works, right?
Is it at
Uh,
least a description of it, and then
right.
price
Oh,
later?
yeah, you could literally sign up for it online, right? You can literally sign up for the 12,500 online. You can sign up for the 697 a month online. You can literally sign up for that. Here we go. I see you there, Queen. Uh, and y'all already checking on. Watch this. Look at you, man. That right there is good stuff, boy. That right here said, hey, y'all check that news. What that news looking like? What is that news looking like, man?
I haven't
Oh,
even checked yet. I just pulled my computer up.
no problem. No, he like because he heard what we went through and so he thought it was like on Friday. But man, So hold on, let's just go to it. There's some 10 a.m. Yellow folder, USD factory order. Okay, so it's gonna be all right, cool. It's gonna be a non-day for the most part. When I see you, man.
What you said, Ron? The news was Ron.
At 10 a.m. is a yellow folder, factory orders, M/M. Month to month. That's what that means. Okay. But that's the only one for United States. Cool.
Gotcha.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So absolutely. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this daily chart and see what it's looking like. We. So Wait a minute. Does that thing say down 130?
It does.
Ooh wee. I told y'all. So Walmart gonna open up. So I put out the option of the week last week for Thanksgiving. And we talked about the Walmart option. I got a screenshot. The Walmart option was $2.40, I think it was, if you had gotten it. But I'm gonna talk about that as well today when I pull it up, because I think Walmart's gonna fall apart, actually. But that's no story. So here we go. So that's the daily. It's an inside day because, and you have two inside days. So you got to be very, 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 very careful of that situation. So you got basically two inside days in a row, right? Mm-hmm. So you got this green bar that's an inside day. And then you have this red bar that's inside this green bar. So that basically means that price is constricting. And if it breaks down, I'm telling you, it's going to fall apart. I'm telling you that now. I would be surprised if it breaks up because of this situation right here. It's closed below what I call hidden support, right? And that ain't nothing but a confirmed 2B to the downside. That's all it is. So then you see prices close below this bar here. Close below that red bar there. So I'm expecting this thing to continue down. And we just look and see. We'll just look and see here. Can you go to your, do me a favor, go to your phone and see if you can see it on YouTube.
Let me pull it up. I should have been, hold on a second.
No, ain't no big deal. No big deal.
Got off last night, man, and got in that recliner, trying to watch that Kansas City game and fell asleep, man.
Hey, look here. Look here. I didn't do much of watching the TV, man. I made the YouTube video last night. I did the Zoom stuff last night. Oh, that's good stuff. Cool.
Yeah, it's live.
I mean, it's seamless too, because that was like, wow.
Oh wow! Oh man, look at you. We got you and the charts on here today.
You can see me?
Yeah. So whoever talking comes on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, cool. So we'll get you set up right now. Okay. Go to your email. I want you to download that zero charts on your computer. Oh my God, man, that was a great trade. Let me show y'all something, right? This right here. It's just a great trade, but it didn't give you it was a trade on a much smaller time frame, which we wouldn't have done. But that's a nice trade right there, boss.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened on the 100 chart. We're going to try to avoid using the 100 chart so that we can catch the trades that have the highest probability of winning, or at least going in our favor some, so that we can, if it doesn't work the way we want it to, then we can definitely make money on the trade to get out close to break even. So that one right there, buddy. That's tough. That's tough. I guess what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add that 100 on here just in case. I don't want to, but duty calls, duty calls.
Yeah, I got that audio book to Trading in the Zone.
Uh-huh.
I got the physical copy, but the audio book is real good too. You know, just the FYI, run if you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm listening to the I've been listening to it on YouTube, the audio.
Audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I checked out what you call it. That was real good.
The signs of getting
Yeah, that's a real good one.
Yeah.
I have to listen to that a few more times.
I told you once a week until it gets
Okay, so that's the one you want to
until
get.
it-
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, you want, because if you listen to it once a week, trust me when I tell you, it's gonna get down in your spirit. And it'll be
A part of it
huh.
becomes a part of you.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly right.
Mindset. It completely frames your mindset and changes it.
So watch this. I told Adam this, but I didn't say this to y'all. Adam couldn't be here because he obviously, he works full time, but he's our computer guy. And I told Adam, I'll tell y'all now, I finished pretty much the second edition to Limitless Cash Flow. It's called Limitless Cash Flow, the Wealth Manifesto.
The Wealth Manifesto.
So yeah, so it's some pretty powerful stuff.
And when people sign up with their email, they're going to get a copy of the original, the first one.
Yeah, they get a copy of the first one. If anybody who sends me an email, anybody who gives me an email will get that information. We'll get that for sure.
Well, login instructions.
Do you have it downloaded first? Do you have a download? And if not, go to Sierra Charts. Did you get into my Wi-Fi? You got into my Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you wouldn't be on Google. I'm tripping. So
let me go to Sierra Chart.
good morning, kids. And download it, and then you got the username. I never gave you the password, so I'm going to write that down for you. And then once you know it, you can throw it away. So, God, calm down, calm down. That underscore is because it's capital. Okay. Everything else is lowercase. So yeah, this thing is going down. Good morning, Keith. How are you doing today?
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
All right, all right. We finished the meeting that we had at 8:45. However, I'll give you a brief overview. Essentially, what we talked about is the fact that we're trying to take 3 trades every day minimum. We're trying to do anywhere between 20 and 25 points. That ain't no minimum. There's trying to do 20 to 25 points every day. We're taking the setups. We're going to take the setups, and we're going to take the black and white AI kind of setup. However, we're going to use our common sense as well because we have trading knowledge, and let that play a part. And I'll explain when that happens, if that happens. We talked about the social media piece, and I'm trying to post a lot and kind of get our presence out there. And then we talked about the fact that we're trying to get, if you know anybody that's interested in the information we got, getting the email addresses, because we're trying to build an email address data bank. And we have also, one of the more important things is we are live on YouTube right now. We're on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I've been watching it.
Oh, okay.
I was on my way home, so once I got so when it went live, I got on and tried. I've just been following it. So,
all right, cool. So, we're trying to kind of just create a following, kind of showing people what we do, and then trading live in front of people. Because the thing is, what's going to separate us from everybody else is this is not commercial, right? And I want people to understand that this is real. I use the word authentic a lot, but for lack of a better term, we want to put people in a situation to understand what it's really like to be in a trading environment, not the pomp and circumstance where everybody gets online and tells you how much money they made, and like they make money every single time. And it's like, yeah, you can't do that. You're right. I'm not saying that you won't win a lot of times, but what I am saying is there's a way to do it. And the fact that there's a way to do it, that's the more important thing, not winning every time. Winning every time is a faux pas. I tell everybody, I used to like to use the baseball analogy. I got an even better one because I was watching football yesterday. Being a trader is a lot like being a running back. You get 5 yards, you get 2 yards, you get, tackle for a loss, you get 2 yards, you get 10 yards, you get 15 yards, you get tackle for a loss, then you hit the big one for 80-yard run. You know what I mean? And that's really how being a trader and an investor for that matter is a lot. It's like you have a lot of small wins and you have a few big wins, and you hopefully have, the losses are small, lose 2-3 yards, lose 4-5 yards here and there. And that's what it's supposed to be like. Right. And we're going to be trading the 2B today versus the arrows. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I would need Ronald to see exactly what it looks like when the trade sets up like it's supposed to. This thing has fallen apart, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down over 140 points pre-market, which tells me that the Walmart call that was made on last week, which tells me the Walmart call that was made on last week as the call of the week is going to be a pretty nice one, probably. But we'll see, right? We'll see. And that's really it right now. We're just gonna let the charts tell us what to do.
Well, I think you talked about it earlier when we looked at the daily, the inside day. You said
right.
If it breaks it, it's going to probably fall. The bottom is going to fall out.
I appreciate you bringing that up, Quentin. I apologize because that also is a big thing. So let me bring that back up, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me bring that back up for you. So we looked at the daily, and the daily had an inside day on Friday. And then now it has an inside day on today, but it's nearing this bottom level here. If it gets below that's 15,863 and a quarter, we're going to have a downtrodden day, right? And as you can see, I'll just show it to you so you can see it. These lines have been drawn for days, weeks even, actually. Price just went back up into a resistance zone. That zone held. And because that zone held, we think that price is literally on its way to the downside. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just using experience and common sense here. I think the market is going that way because she couldn't break through this area here It's just so you can see what I'm talking about. She couldn't break through this area here, right? She had an opportunity to, and she didn't. And because she didn't break through that area, she hit an area. And watch this. If I make this give you even more information, as you can see, right? I drew these two zones, but if you look at it, the zones that they hit right here, they hits right here. You can see where price bounced up, came back down through, went back up, touched it again, came back up here, touched it, rejected it. So those zones mean a lot, is what I'm trying to say. You need to know where support and resistance sitting long term, so that you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. Right? The setup that you have, whatever your system, whatever it is, the main thing is for you to be able to trade between support and resistance and knowing what price is doing at support and resistance. What I'm going to do for a second, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to go on mute so that we can get fully set up here. But we are live today in the markets, trading in the futures markets, the NASDAQ futures, E-mini futures. The symbol that we're trading is the NQ Z23, right? That's on the CME. And that's what we're doing right now. So give me a second. We want to break for a second.
And just for clarification, we're shifting to January 2024 on the NQ.
No. We're still trading the Z contract right now.
Under December?
Yes.
Okay.
Under December. So it should be NQZ23. We'll swap over here in the next few weeks. What I need to do is find out exactly
which one of these do I select on?
All right, that's what I want to do. Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a second. Let me go and get everything set up so we can be ready to go at 9:30. All right. I'll be back there shortly.
Is that a long kind of trend? Yeah, the divergent lower low on the 900. I know it's not time to trade yet, but I'm just trying to follow.
Hey Keith, that's not a bad call. The only thing is we want the momentum to be going up. Then we want this to give us a market structure. I mean, we want to give us a market structure, but it didn't, right? In this case, it did not. Because
You want momentum going up on the 2700 or the 900?
no, the 900. Because I see what you're doing. Because you're looking at entering. You're talking about entering on the 100, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So if you're looking at entering on the 100, the momentum needs to be going up. It gave you this little poke bar, which is what you want to see. It just didn't give you the. And I mean, yeah, technically, so I'll give it to you, yeah, because if you had entered if you entered 59.75, it would have been a stop at 55 on that trade, and that trade did work. So okay, I can give you that. 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 So because everything lined up the way you wanted to, and the thing is, so here's the thing, Ronald. So I'll teach you this. Everybody, we are live here. We haven't taken a trade yet because it's just now turning 9:30, and we don't trade to 9:35 to give the market an opportunity to tell us what it's trying to do. I can tell you right now that moving averages is crossed up. Right, I can tell you right now that green is above the purple. You want to make a bet? I used to do this with everybody, so you can see what you got. Want to make a bet, or you don't want to bet? Want to bet against me?
Nah, I ain't gonna bet against you.
You ain't gonna bet against me? Okay.
Not the way it's going up.
So watch this. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I don't need the indicators because I'm going to know what it looks like. I was wrong. It hadn't crossed up quite yet at that point, but the trade happened right there, the original trade, and then the trade that you want to see didn't happen all the way here. So in that particular case, I was wrong. It hadn't crossed up yet, but we'll wait. We'll wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 9:30, and we are live on the NASDAQ E-mini futures this morning. So we're just waiting for everything that we want to see to line up. That's really it. So right now, Quentin has the con. Quentin, if we enter on the 100, I'm probably going to tell you the mini. I'll let you know. And if we enter on the 300, it's probably going to be the micro, so that you'll already know that. And if it's different, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Right? So if we enter on the 100, it's going to be the mini. If we enter on the 300, it's going to be the micro.
Gotcha.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting on everything that we want to see happen. And again, we don't trade to 9:35.
Oldest lady to ever live. Drink wine.
Say the
short 300.
No, Keith is not 9:35 yet.
I know that. I'm just.
So I wasn't looking. So hold on a second. So yeah, short on the 300.
I don't know if that's a market. Yeah, that's a market structure.
No, it's not short on the 300. No, not quite. Not quite. It's close though. It is close.
Okay.
Because what you want to see is this poke bar over here, the market structure over here on the 900, and then you'll enter on the 300. Like, you don't have a market structure, but you have this thing that if it closes below here, which it just did, it's probably going down. It closed at 40, closed below 45. Okay, so
where that star is on the 900, that wasn't a market structure, but them two bars next to it.
no, because this bar has a lower low and this one bar has a higher high. So yeah,
below, yeah, it's an engulfing bar. So
Yeah, so you'd been entering on the 100 on that chart because now you have the market structure here, and then you'd enter on the you would have entered on the thing if it was 935. So nah, we I think this thing might try to make a push to the upside since it's been down so bad. I really want to get that set up.
Yeah, you got divergence on the 2700.
It does. That's why I said I think it's going to go up. So we'll stay tuned and remember I told you that poke bar where the professionals live.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for on this 100. I'm on this 900 right here.
Anybody check for news?
Yes, we take the news. You have 10 o'clock news, U.S. factory.
Yeah.
At U.S. month factory sales or something like that at 10 o'clock.
Yellow folder.
Yellow folder. Yeah. So it didn't give us the trade that we wanted. And that's fine. But it's not 935 either. But we figured it was going up, but it didn't quite give us exactly what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You out here? Okay. Huh? So you'll be back shortly. You're not going back to the office. Okay, I got you. All right, see you later. So we just need to chill right now, everybody. We're in here and now it reached our 9:35 time. It reached our 9:35 time. Do me a favor. Hold on. I'm gonna go on mute everybody. Give me a second. I'll be back here in a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, market structure, not yet. Mm. Mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trading this minutia, and I'm gonna show you why. Look at that. See, I'm not trading. This is what I mean by I'm going to use uh, trader sense, so to speak. I'm not saying it won't go up. I'm just saying I'm not trading this zone. Does that make sense? I'm not trading this unless price can get above or below this area and then retest it. You really don't want to do that because it's not moving fluidly. It's doing a lot of erratic movement. And that right there is very, very important to be able to understand. That's kind of what we show you and teach you here. But as an overview, you don't want to trade. And I'll just show you what I'm talking about here.
So what you're saying is the market is not going up or down; it's almost going in a straight line.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, that's exactly what I'm saying. So we're not sitting here trying to trade this consolidation. So we wanted to get above or below this line, these two lines here. That's a zone for me. And that's what I call it zone, because prices pretty much the bulls and the bears agree that this is a fair price in between this area. This is a fair price area, right? So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Sorry about that. And then I'll pull this back down so you can now take a look and see as it pushes down here, which is good. It's pushing down, right? And as you notice, she hits that line area, she bouncing, right? She bouncing up and down off it. So it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot that we can do. Except just wait. Just wait. And we just sit there and that's in trading, ladies and gentlemen, you have to be patient and wait on what you want to see to line up and not be so anxious to be in here and trying to make money. You can't make money like that. You really have to, in order to be able to profit from the market on a consistent basis, you have to have a deliberate plan, which we do. You have to have patience, which we have, and you have to be able to act when it's time to act, which we also do. So I'm coming in just kind of filling the space a little bit with information that is helpful to you. And if you can just see prices magnetic to the downside here, and it gave you that trade, but it gave you a trade in consolidation, which I don't want. Right. So it gave you this trade here where you could have taken, and that's fine. But I don't want that particular trade. I want price to try to come up because I don't know how far down this thing might go or not. So we just wait on it and see. We just wait on it and see. We've only had one legit trade, and that's this one here that just triggered. We did not take it because it's in consolidation. And as I just told you, we're not taking trades in consolidation here. It has broken down back below that area, which lets me know that this trend is strong to the downside. So we wait for a pullback and for it to cycle up and then come back down, and we'll get on opportunities. And that's it. That's all we're doing. Right? No more, no less. That was nice. That was nice, but that's that trade that we talk about all the time, gents, when I talk about the fact that the market gives you the nice trade out of consolidation. But if you take the other two trades in consolidation, you basically break even, right? The black and white part of it, the black and white part of the system, you take the black and white part of the system and you took all the trades, then you're still, and you see how that thing is a magnet, it's just pulling right back up to that line. And the reason why is because, again, that's an equilibrium point. Bulls and bears agree that that's a fair price between about 75 and 45. Mm-hmm. And price is going to continue to do that as long as this thing does not break completely to the downside. So you see, it went down for a bit, and then it did not work. Okay, cool. So everything's good. All right. So I mean, this tough stuff right here, boss. Mm-hmm. We haven't had anything to trigger for real. This is exactly what you're going to do, right? I'm just going to let you know. What you're going to do is you're going to look for the exact same thing, red and red, right? And then you're going to look for the moving averages on this one to be down, right? And then you'll look for what I'll show you what it looks like, but it's the same thing. It's the 5 and the 8, the arrow. But I'm going to show you what it looks like in price today so that you can understand what price is supposed to be. Remember last week when you said to me, you said, well, I understand you telling me about the 7 things market can do, the 4 reasons to take a trade and trends, strong and all that, but I don't see it on the charts. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the chart so that you know. And remember when I told you, showed you that example of how we trade, and it's that diagram, and I showed you. You'll see it today in price. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about because it's the exact same look. And the crazy thing about it is I've been doing this for over 25 years, so it's not like they'll never stop that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you so you'll know, right? Everybody always says the market changes and you got to be able to change for the market and all. There's some truth to that. So, but here's where that truth lies, right? The volatility of the market changes. The volume of the market changes. But besides that, the market doesn't really change a whole lot, right? Doesn't change a whole lot. And the reason being is because the markets are driven by human nature, regardless of if AI is trading it or not, because somebody had to program the AI to do what it wants to do. We ourselves have an algorithm that we use, but that algorithm is based on what me, the human, thinks. So in order for you to be able to be profitable, right, you have to understand the dynamics of the market. And there are many different ways to trade, but there's really only one way to trade at the end of the day, and that's profitably, right? So if you say, you know, I knew one of the guys I used to trade with a long time ago would only go longs on. He would never take a short on sunny days because he said people are feeling good, so everybody's feeling euphoric and all this other kind of stuff. But he'd only go long if, in fact, the system and everything else lined up with it. Right? And he'd go short on days when it was raining outside. And it's funny as all get out. The guy made millions of dollars doing that. But you can't blindly say, hey, it's sunny outside, I'm just going to go long. Or you can't blindly say, it's raining outside, I'm going to go short. What you have to do is you have to know, okay, these are my rules. And does the market agree with my rules? If the market agrees with your rules, then, hey, take the trade. If your market does not agree with your rules, sit back and chill. So we have not had a system trade today. We've had price action trades today, but we've not had a system trade that happened yet after 935. So now that you get into the 950 area, even though it's a yellow folder, because the volatility is high today, we're going to go on. I'm going to go on mute for a few minutes, and then I'll be back, and we'll be back probably before the 10 o'clock hour, but give everybody else an opportunity to kind of just watch the market move, right? We're trading the 2,700, 900, 300, and the 100 today. All right, so let's just wait on it. I'm going to go on mute, and I'll be back here shortly.
You gotta stop standing up like that. Hey, well, when you go on mute, do you put everybody on mute on live or just you?
I mean, I'm still on, Keith. I just went on mute because I got to go to another terminal.
Yeah, I'm talking about, I know the Zoom part, but when he mutes the live, is that muting?
No. It just mutes me. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, and you're right. I apologize because I realized my computer is right in front of me. So when I stand up, I need to move before I stand up. So my apologies, everybody. My apologies. All right, I'm going on mute. I'll be back here in a second.
And broke below that zone. You got a market structure there. Mhm. You got market structure there. Mhm. Yeah. So, let's back up. So, mm, got divergence. Divergence over low. It's gonna be rough. Mm. Mhm. Ooh.
One on 900.
Yeah, it looked like it might be. That's tough. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
All right, so this it looks like, right, you're going to have an opportunity on this 100, but it's still in that consolidation. Y'all don't notice that it's still in that range?
I
Like,
do. It's still trying to hit that support line back up to it.
yeah, it's trying to go back up to that. Yeah, it's going back up to the, ladies and gentlemen, price is still going back and forth. You see, it's going back up to the equilibrium line here. They agree that that's a fair price in that area, right? So the bulls are trying to assert themselves to try to go up. However, they don't have control yet. This is a tough one, but this is why you have to have patience and wait on what you want to see, right? This is why you have to have patience and wait on what you want to see.
I like what I'm seeing right now, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to go up some. Wow. Nothing to do, man. Nothing to do. It's herky jerky and it's 10:05 right now. So it's just now turning 10:05. So we gotta wait on the market to do exactly everything it wants to do here.
If it breaks out of that range to the upside, like it's trying to do,
Okay.
well, scratch that.
So and this is what I'm talking about, right? So you have to, it's literally in the middle of the range. And ladies and gentlemen, I said earlier that this is what you call an equilibrium zone. And that's essentially where the bulls and bears agree that that is a fair value area. And you're going to get a lot of contracts to go in there. And you have a lot of amateurs trading in here, and some are making money and some are not, right? Because it's tough, right? And we don't want to trade when it's tough like that, like when it's in the zone. We don't want to trade inside that zone. We want to come out, retest, and then go back in a certain direction. So we're still here, right? And we are live, everybody. We are live. So you get to see exactly what we're looking at, exactly what we're doing. Do me a favor, Quentin. Give me one. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say we take it in the zone just to see if it's gonna pop out right there, but it didn't do it. Price need to close above 60. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 300 chart, which is where I have let me see, where I have my pointer on this 300 chart. If price closes above 60, I think that it's going up. Matter of fact, I can tell you, I can guarantee you it's going up if price gets above 60 and closes. All right, so if it gets above 60 and closes, what I need to do is I need to add that on there so you can see it. Right now, if price closes above that, if it closes right there, it's going up. I can guarantee it's going up. We're not going to take it because it's in the zone. But ladies and gentlemen, your entry would have been 64 with a stop of 50. The reason we're not taking this trade is because it's in a zone, but I can almost assure you it has a high probability of going up right here to at least go to 70. And if it doesn't, it goes to show why I tell you all the time, we don't trade in the zone. And that's exactly why. You see what I'm saying? It's just, you have to, this is where if you trade with a system, a robotic system, and it tells you to take a trade, if you don't know why not to take a trade, that's just a loss. And I'm not saying that, hey, you just deal with the losses or whatever the case is, but I am of the opinion that why take an unnecessary loss, right? This right here is tough stuff, boss. It's tough sledding today.
I mean, it's in consolidation, right?
It is in consolidation. That is exactly right. It is in consolidation, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, price is just as flat as it want to be. And you see where I have my equilibrium zone drawn since this morning, and it has not gotten out of that zone one way or the other yet. So I'm sorry, it has not gotten out of the zone and moved up in upward direction or downward direction yet. It's just really just sitting there. So we just sit here and wait, man. We just sit here and wait. Just sit here and wait. Don't try to force anything. We know exactly what we're looking for. When we see it, we'll tell you. Right?
Okay. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. Are you learning anything today? And if you are, what are you learning? And if you're not, be like, man, I'm just watching the market.
I mean, I know it's in consolidation, but I'm still not. I just don't know outside of I don't know when would be. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to wait to see. When to get into the trade. I know it's in consolidation. I know that we need to wait until it gets out of consolidation to start trading, but I wouldn't know when to get in on that 300 chart.
And guess what that means?
What?
Just sit back and chill until you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just literally sit back and chill until you know, right? That's exactly all that means. And if you keep it simple like that, then you will be right more times than not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're still going to be right all the time. I'm just saying you're going to be right more times than not, because I need you to think about it, right? Just think about it logically. Basically, what you just said was, hey, I don't know what to do. There are a lot of times, I've been doing this for almost as long as you've been born. There are times I still like, yeah, I don't know what to do either. So when you get that feeling of, I don't know what to do nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit up here and tell you, the most important thing you can do in this business is manage the money. Setups don't mean anything if you're not managing, if you don't know how to manage the money that you have, that you're trading and you're putting at risk to make more money. That is by far the most important rule of trading and investing, or going into business or whatever the case is. You have to manage risk. right? If you don't manage risk, it's not going to take long for you to be out of business. And I'm not saying don't take risk, right? I'm not saying don't take calculated risk. I'm not saying don't take risky risk. I'm just going to say you need to know what you're risking and what's involved in it. That's all I'm saying. Like this right here is a legit trade, but I'm not taking it because it's still in that consolidation area, right? And the reason I can guarantee you this, right? That it's red and red. Go with the because remember I told you everything's gonna build on itself. It's red and red, right? I can guarantee you unequivocally that this is down now, right? I can guarantee you unequivocally that it's down, right? Purple's on top of green, right? Right here. It's red and red. Then you have an entry right there at 46, right? And it goes down to 30 something. We're not taking trades in consolidation, so therefore it is whatever, right? So you get in, like I said, you get into 46 and it goes down, it goes 10 points in your favor. So you're like, okay, cool, I'm making money on the trade, but you don't want to do that in consolidation. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to do that. You don't, our setup, as I told you, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are trend traders. So we don't trade and try to make money in consolidated type of markets. We wait on the market to break out one way or the other, then pause, and we get in on those pauses. And the market hasn't broke out in a way. It's trying to break out, look like it's trying to break down now. Right? So now we have to wait for a pullback for this 2,700 to try to go up. And then if it fails that high, fails to break that line, go up to, if it goes up to that line and doesn't break it, then when it comes back down, then we look for our setup. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, most. That's all we got. That is all we have, my dear sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll go back on mute here for a few minutes. Are there, let me check the YouTube. If you don't give me a second, please. Okay, now she's out, right? She's out of the consolidation period. Now she's broken down below here. Now we wait on her to retest and go up to make sure that that's the case. Otherwise, this is nothing more than divergence to go up. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see where the you'll hear me call this out so I can ask Google real quick. Where is Walmart stock price today? Okay, the Walmart stock price is down 69 cents today. Let's see what this thing is doing here. Yeah, she on my way down, right? Because it didn't give me my trade that I wanted to try to go up on that 2,700. I wanted to turn green on that, on the short-term momentum. On short-term momentum to try to go up. And then once the short-term momentum tries to go up and fails, then I'll wait. See, that's what I'm talking about. She went down, but now I mean, I'm not saying she won't continue down here, but I want her to try to go up first because it's made such a big move to the downside. This is the other thing you got to take into consideration. You've not gotten any of this move to the downside. So it's best to wait on this thing because now everybody can see it, right? This is what the amateurs play. Amateurs play when everything's lined up and it's made a big move, then they want to take the trade. Well, I mean, it's no risk in that, but it's risky. You know what I mean? Because everybody can see it. You want to take the pause where they're like, I don't know if it will continue. Yeah, it's going to continue because professional traders never put on all their position at one time. You got a firm that's got umpteen $billion to trade. They got to put on a little bit of time, right? They can't just go because they'll move the market. And then when they move the market, they're stuck, right? They have to drip into what we call dripping into the market. But anyway, so
that was good. Appreciate you saying that.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. So I'm just trying to kind of teach what I know as I go.
Because if everybody gets in, it definitely moves the market one way or the other. So I like that.
Yeah, you have to be able to drip, right? And you have to be able to be patient and wait. There's some bull crap though that is just sitting here. But right here at the bottom, I wanted to pull back some. Just pull back, please. Just pull back. We've been on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen, but we haven't had a trade set up to happen for us yet. So we have to wait on that. Now we should get to push up, see. So now we get to push up. And then this is a pause in the market. So let's see what this thing does. Ooh, don't just continue. Don't just fall apart here. Don't just fall apart. It has gotten below yesterday's low or Friday's low, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check that to be sure. But I'm pretty sure it has. It has, obviously. So I told you it's going down, and we just wait on our opportunities. Yeah. So you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And we drew that arrow from earlier today. So we knew which direction it was going. That's a bearish engulfing bar that just happened. If it finishes like this, so on the 2700, which is the chart to the far left, it'll be a bearish engulfing bar, meaning that it closed there, it closed lower. So there's nothing you can do with this right now until it pulls back to some degree. So let's see where another area of resistance may be. The way we'll do that is by going to a 24,300 volume chart, which basically means there are 24,300 contracts traded. Oh, that thing's going down for sure. Okay. So all I'm doing here is looking for other areas.
Well, just to FYI, we're down, market's down 225 on the D change.
It is. So now we reached another area of equilibrium right here, or support. Actually, this is support, but it looks like it's cutting through it like a knife through butter. So very interesting look here. So we basically waiting on that pullback to the 2700 to give us a market structure. It hasn't given us that yet. So we're just waiting. It'll give us our opportunities here. Golly. It gave us another doggone opportunity right there. I'm just being honest with you. I was looking away. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little upset because we missed our opportunity here. I was moving around and we missed our opportunity right there to enter this trade at God, I'm a little upset about this. 01.25 with a stop of 07. And oh my goodness. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's red and red everywhere. It's red and red here. Again, going back to what we talked last week. It's red and red here. So let me show you something. I'll just show it to you so you can see it. I don't need the indicators because I already know. See, I already know it gave you that trade. And you see it gave you arrow here and it gave you arrow here. Right. I already knew that. I don't need it because I know what the algorithm does because it's based on what I told my guy to program. You get what I'm saying? So that is, I'm a little perturbed about that. That ain't what I meant to do. Hold on. That's not what I meant to do at all. Yeah.
We would have taken it on the 300.
We would have had to take it on the 100. We'd have had to take it on the 100 because the 300 has not given you a setup today. The 300 has, the 100 has, I said 300. The 100 has given you a setup, and it was right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, I didn't take that trade live. Let me just be totally upfront. We didn't take it. We missed the opportunity because I was trying to explain and trying to see where we were from a support and resistance standpoint. And I missed this doggone trade, and I'll show it to you. I'll box it out so you can see it. The trade was right in that area there, which coincided with, erase that. I am a little perturbed by that. Come on, man. I'm sorry. Which coincided with this here. So coincided with this area here. Which gave us our we definitely got to wait now, but I'm a little perturbed by that. Which gave us our trade here. And I'll show it to you. Just give me 1 second here. I'm trying to pull up everything. Which gave us our red and red, right? Purple above green, right? Then you had price to when it closed below here. I'm perturbed by that. That's your entry right there. And then you can see here. You see where that red line is? Right here? Yeah. See the red line is right there? Out. When it closed, when that bar closed red right there, you enter. Probably got a little bit better price. And then you see what it did, right?
Oh, okay, so you would enter right.
I would have entered on it. You see that green bar is?
Okay, you would enter right here.
Yeah, I would have entered right there. And then you see what it did. And that's my fault for looking elsewhere. That's the only trade we've had today, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't pull back to the resistance area like I thought it would, but it literally fell apart. And that is what our algorithm shows that we should have taken the trade. I'll put the algorithm up so you can see it. And then I'll take off the studies that don't matter. And you can see it for yourself. The algorithm gets you in at right here, where the arrow is right there, at 01. You see the arrows, so you got the arrows. The thing is, the arrows aren't perfect, so it would have got you in over here. But the one I would have wanted to take would have been over here, and that's the one that it just falls apart. So that's it. I mean, that's all we're doing. Oh my goodness, I apologize. I keep standing up. I apologize. So now we just got to literally wait on the market structure. Right. And we got to go to the 8,100 because the 8,100 should be, let's go to 24,300, 24,300 volume chart. It's red and red. And then the 8,100 here. Scrolls down. And then the 2,700. So now it's red and red. 2,700 hasn't given you a market structure yet. That is crazy. One trade, I'm kind of upset about that. One trade.
We'll get it again.
Oh, we'll get it again for sure. Yeah, we were waiting on the pullback on the 2,700. That's why I didn't see it, honestly. And that's why I'm not super upset. I'm just upset that it gave it to us because it's strong to the downside. It's strong to the downside, and it wouldn't. I mean, I wasn't looking for it to be that trade. So now we have to wait. Have to wait. Have to wait. Mm-hmm. This is the pullback we were looking for, by the way. Now watch my guarantee. If she gets below 50-50, it's going to fall apart. If she closes below 50-50 on the 900 volume chart, but you see why we don't take trades like that, because if it closes below 50-50, your stop is 14 points. So let me just tell you how this works in relation to the trading itself, right? The trading itself, 14 times 20 is 280, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's risking $280 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And if it closes lower than that, then, you know, you're talking about now, ladies and gentlemen, price is going to continue to the downside. I can literally guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that I'm telling you, she's going to continue. This is a trade on a much larger time frame. Andrew was 45. We have to wait on everything we want to see set up, so we're just waiting on that. Andrew was 45, is at 35. So stop is 63, which is 18 points. Right. So if it doesn't go 18 points in your favor, it's not necessarily a winning trade. So it has to get down to from 45 to 27. So it needs to get to 27 to be 1-to-1 to be considered a winning trade. Everything's turning over. And then it's not.
And it's not.
trying to go back up. But again, this is a longer term time frame trade. So it's amazing. Have you seen any trade that you would take today?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen it?
Not outside the one that we just missed. Like just watching it now. No.
So this is the part that most people can't do. You got to sit up here. And I just you missed that trade. Remember I told you that 30-minute to hour and a half time frame? You got to give it time to cycle. You got to give it time to kind of breathe, right? It literally ran a 400-meter race, full speed, game speed, track speed, and it's got to breathe. Give it a chance to breathe, catch its breath, and then we'll see about it doing it again. So we'll wait on it. When everything lines up, we'll take a trade. If it doesn't line up, we can't take a trade. Let me see what this is looking like. That is bananas. it hadn't lined up all day really until you see it got out of the zone, but it never pulled back up into the zone. So we just wait. Wait. Wait, wait, wait. All right.
Yeah, I'm good. You good.
Wait on everything to line up, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we do all the time. It did give it to us again. We missed one earlier, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't looking for it. But just because I wasn't looking for it doesn't mean it wasn't a trade, right? So we wait. Come on. And see what's happening is, notice it's consolidating here now at the bottom. It's not going, it went down, but it's the last few bars, it didn't go up higher. Now it's trying to, it's just, and this is what it does. Sometimes market does, or it takes off, which is what happened today. And that's not how we trade, right? We don't trade out of consolidation. We trade the pullbacks on trending in trending markets. This market is trending, but it's not pulling back. It's just straight to the downside. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just wait and chill, right? We don't force anything. We just wait here and chill. So, I do. Good shit. Good call. Good call. I apologize. Yeah. Keep me honest. Keep me honest. So it's just sitting there. It would have been nice to catch that big move going to the downside. It just happened on a different time frame than what we're looking at. So now just your momentum and your price are kind of conflicting right now. So you just have to wait for them to align.
Oldest lady to ever live. Lady to ever live.
Quentin.
Yeah.
Check your text messages for me, please. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'll let you know when. Well, now it's trying to now it's breathing. This is what I call the market is taking a breath. Because now it's like, okay.
Possibly have something coming up on the 100.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you, Keith, I am not taking any trades to the long side, just because of how strong we are to the downside. Unless you get a pullback and it fails on that 2,700. The reason being is because we want to take those 3 to 8 trades, but we only want to take those 3 to 8 trades when it's when everything's kind of aligned. You see how it's herky jerky up in this area, and when I say herky jerky, I mean the price is erratic. It's basically consolidating again here in this area. I'm not saying she won't go up. I'm just saying I want to be careful, especially since I missed the whole move to the downside, or it didn't give us a setup like we wanted to the downside. But you are right from the standpoint of a black and white. Is it a system trade potentially coming up? Yes. The answer to that question is yes. And that would be your entry at 70. I mean, I'm sorry, at 50. I said 70. I need to put my glasses on. And your stop would have been 47. 46. And that's why we don't take those trades, because it would have stopped you out. It would have stopped you out because you have a very, very, very strong trend to the downside. So, yeah, this is why you don't play with the market. Like, you just gotta let her tell you what she's trying to do, so that you can leave out of here unscathed, so to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, we just sitting here waiting. I mean, it's nothing special going on right now. The market has been down. It was down 180 points this morning. Now it's 130, 140 points, but pre-market. So now it's down, now it's down over 200 points. Let me just verify that, but that's what I think it is. Yeah, it's down 280 points right now. So we sit here and we wait. We sit here and we wait. We don't deviate from the standard. But Keith, just to allow for clarification, you were right about the fact of it being a black and white system algorithmic trade. You were right about that. We just have to take into account that long happened in a very, very strong downtrend. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I gotta keep looking at it. When it's like this and nothing really going on, you kind of lose it because you're not doing that. So I just gotta keep calling the trades to stay focused on it.
I look here. I understand it 100%. I understand it 100%. Right. So right here, like, let me
And
tell you.
also just from a not necessarily just from a test the system type of thing, if it's kind of follow the trade, if it was going to work or not. I know it was a diversion, it was a counter trend trade anyway, so I didn't think we were going to take it, but just to identify the trades that you're supposed to that are given, and whether or not we take it or not, that's the common sense part. But
Right.
at least to identify them so that people don't think nothing's happened. It's just that we're not taking the trades that the trade that we're getting, we're not taking.
Yeah, and that's the part with the education piece, so you can understand. Because let me tell everybody something on here, and I don't care who's selling what. Let me tell you the truth about this trading business. You can have a black and white system all day long, and your black and white system, no matter what system you build, unless you're continually to change it on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis, can't contend for every contingency. It cannot. And the reason why is because the market moves. It may move down, but one day it may move down, straight down like this, right? Because this was a straight down move, right? It didn't really pause. This was it was consolidating in here, and if you had the gumption to get into the trade, which I mean you could have, some professional guys would have got in here assuming that the market was going to continue down based on what they saw in a lot of time frames. But this was our largest time frame, so it just kept going down. And then other days it's going to go down like this, and it's going to have some pullbacks to go along with it, right? And other days it goes down like this, and it's even steeper than this because you don't even have these green bars. I've seen some days, ladies and gentlemen, where the market goes straight down over a 3-hour period, and on a 27-month volume chart, you don't see one green bar. That happens rarely, but I have seen it happen. So those are the kinds of things that you really have to be aware of, and you have to know what you're doing. Like, you can't just be in here trading. Somebody gives you an AI system and you just say, okay, cool, I'm gonna trade it blindly and it's gonna work to 1,000,000%, and I'm gonna make $1 million. I'm not gonna do any work. That's not realistic. It's not realistic. What's realistic is that you have an understanding of how the markets move, and then you have a system that complements your ability to make money, and you use common sense with that system to then make said money. That's really how that's supposed to work. No, I don't care how technologically advanced we get, unless robots start building trading programs by themselves from the time you make them without any input from you. The market will always have human input. Humans have a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of flaws. So once you understand some of the human flaws in the situation, see, now we have Quentin.
Yeah.
If price closes below this line, never mind.
On the 300?
Yeah, it was going to be on the 100.
On the 100, yeah.
It kept going up. So now, wow.
Honestly, I think that's what's been going on all day. Every time you think you're about to get something, it just go. That's the nature of a range consolidation, though. So it's giving it to you. You think you're about to get it, and never mind. It keeps going.
It's giving it to you on this time frame on the 300, but the thing is, it's not lined up. You see, if you do take it on the 300, everything is not lined up right now, so you can't do that. When I could have taken it over here because the 900 was lined up at the time, but then it started going back up. So you just chill.
You did say it was an inside day today at the beginning of the day, so.
It was inside, and it's not inside, right? Because it's now got a lower low and a lower high. And the reason being is because it made such a big move to the downside. Now, There were trades to happen. There were trades that happened, but they just didn't happen on our time frame today. Right? I'm just, we've had one legit trade that I should have taken. And usually by 11 o'clock, we've had about 2 or 3 trades. We've only had one, and the reason being is because it moved so much before, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to give it some time, but what we'll probably do is we'll probably cut our live off and call this a breakout and consolidation day, which is not how we trade. Ain't that about nothing? It's just not happening on our time frame. That was a pullback. I mean, that was it just. Now, this is, I won't get into this right now, but this is what you would call triple divergence if it doesn't continue down right here. This is what you call triple divergence. It has to continue to break down here. If it does not, and again, we haven't had all you got to do is to look to see if you've had anything. All you got to do is look and you see this has been red all day, all morning. And see it, this is when we start at 9:35. And since 9:35, you've not had anything that was nice, right? It came out here and it gave it to you. It did. It gave you trade right here, no doubt, right? But this is an entry on a different time frame from the time frames we're watching.
Yeah.
So that's why we chill. And again, if you just wait on what you want to see, everything else will take care of itself.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get anything in the next 3 minutes. I think I'm gonna pass the con on to Keith.
Okay, cool. And then because it's getting on the 11 o'clock hour, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and shut the live down at 11 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be shutting the live down at 11 o'clock. Today was a breakout of consolidation day. We had one opportunity to take a trade that I would have taken. However, I did not take it because I was explaining some things that were on other charts and didn't realize that trade was happening. But and also, I wasn't looking for that trade. I was looking for a nice pullback on the 2,700, which we never got. It just went straight down. So we just got to continue to sit here and wait and take advantage of the opportunities when they come. Some days you don't have opportunities, and that's okay based on your system, right? So because you don't have set up on your system, that's okay. What's not okay to do is to force it because you see the market doing something. If you're going to do that, if you're going to force it, if you say, well, it's going down, I just got to get in and see what happens. Number one, you got to know exactly what you're doing. Number two, you need to manage your money very, very tightly in that particular situation.
Yeah.
And number three, and the most important thing, you have to be able to add when it's going in your favor like this and take away and not be adding if it's not going in your favor because of what you think. A lot of people trade to their own detriment simply because they cannot or do not have the discipline to understand how to compound their money. You want to make a lot of money in trading? Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. When you are winning, you can't be in enough contracts. When you are losing, you cannot not be in as few contracts as you can be in. If you can lose on one contract and make money on 20 contracts, your life will be so much simpler and easier for that fact. And then when there's not anything to do, sit on the sidelines. My mentor used to say to me, there's a time to be long, there's a time to be short. And there's a time to sit your tail down and do nothing. That being said, that's what we got, right? Nothing's happened today. It's 10:58. I will wait until the 11 o'clock on the dot hour, and we'll go ahead and shut the live down at that point. If there are any questions, if you want to put them in the chat, I'll answer them for you, and then I'll end on my motivational quote. We'll end on a motivational quote every day. All right, so let me go in. If you have any questions, please list them in the chat, and I will go and look, and I will answer them. All right, I don't see any questions. And I'm going to sit here and wait on it. I have to sit here and wait on it. At 11 o'clock, I give my motivational quote. And I'm not trying to be a motivational guy other than to tell you, hey, what we got to do is act. All right, so that's I don't care what your motivation is, you have to act on whatever it is you're trying to do. But I'm going to give you the quote here in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ending the YouTube live for December the 4th, 2023. Let me explain to you on no uncertain terms. You are more than amazing, and you can accomplish anything that you want to do. You have to do a few things, and that is have a plan, act on your plan, and don't quit. Again, you can do anything you want to do. But what you have to do is you have to have a plan, act on your plan, and do not quit. See you guys on the other side. It's been a good day, good learning day, and we are out.